This is going to be the Nexus as a protection paladin. One of the first Wrath of the Lich King dungeons you're likely to run into. It'll probably be either this or Utgard Keep. One or the other. Had a bunch of options here. Something kind of funny happens to my paladin, so this is the one I'm showing. 4 quests. Middle one's easy to miss because it's way up in the air, all glowy. I've definitely been through here and forgotten to pick up that quest before. That's... what is that? I rolled over it. That's a shaman. Okay. So shaman healer, warrior friend from same server, and... okay, so 2 Tichondrius, 2 Ragnaros. One of those is a balanced druid, the other is... I think I see warlock stuff? Destruction warlock, possibly? Alright, let's puzzle this out. I don't see a purple dot, but that's because everything's clustered together, probably. I got a hug. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, okay, I see purple text. Okay. Alright then. Right, yeah, so this dungeon, super annoying for anyone who casts magic because silence happens, like, all the time. I use a little bit of magic, but I think all it really disables for me is consecration, mostly. Okay, so this spot, easy to be caught off guard here. I'm being aggressive. I could be being less aggressive. This was before I had fully learned the dangers of this spot. Alliance Ranger right there. Rapid Shot is real nasty. I used Hammer of Justice to stop her. But yeah, Rapid Shot is the thing to watch out for. It does real heavy damage. And I can't get away from it. She will always face toward her targets. So I can face her at least away from everyone else, but if I'm taking that, it's gonna do a lot of damage. I have died to that before on other characters. And seen other characters die to it when they're not ready. 2 Rangers, oh boy. Alright, putting up some defensive things. I accidentally pointed that at the warrior. I could have done a better job at that. Again, I was still getting used to how to handle that particular attack. Alliance Berserker, a little annoying. They smack me around. Alliance Cleric will cast healing spells, and who cares? Then the Alliance Commander here. I guess if you run this as Alliance, these are Horde equivalents. I've done that long ago. I forget what it looked like. I think this guy's an orc instead of a dwarf. Something, something. Someday I'll show some footage of playing an Alliance character. I don't know when, but someday. It's not much difference. But little differences occasionally like this do show up. Yeah, I see that thing lighting up. I'm pressing my 7 key, but no hammer is coming out because I've used it too recently. So we'll just have to deal with it. Shaman's on point. He knows what to do. I have Layla the Protector. It's cool. I feel like if this thing is a real thing, where like sometimes the dungeon finder hands me an easier dungeon than other times, I feel like it's handed me an easy one now, and I've seen much nastier rapid shots come out here. Like I've seen people just melt from that in no time. But not this time. Alright, coming up on... what's her name? Oh boy. There are a lot of bosses in this game. I don't remember... oh, right, it's there on the screen. Grand Magus Telestra. Alright. I don't have to remember, I could just read. Just up here on the right. Right, okay, so I see Consecration is disabled, but I have all my other abilities. I can Judgment, I can Hammer at the Righteous, pretty sure I can Avenger's Shield. Oh, Polymorph, you do that? Okay, Mage Hunter Ascended Polymorphs. Not often? I don't usually see that happen. Oh, I saw something totally unique earlier today. It was like super weird. This is a weird time to talk about this, but I was running Holy Priest in Lower Blackrock Spire. That one spot where it's the last room before the Chamber of War where Overlord Wormthalak is, where there's like holes in the floor, you can easily fall down back to High Lord Omok's chamber. So, you know, I was healing, and those dudes across the way called for help. You know, like you come into the room, there's that pit, then there's the other dudes who often get into combat, and they're annoying, they'll cast arcane missiles on you from a distance, and won't come to you because they just have line of sight and you're casting from where they are. Turns out, somehow I got the attention of one of those, broke line of sight, and then he teleported me to him. Like, I had no idea that was even a thing that could happen, but it totally happened right there. So yeah, it was like mechanics you'll only see like once in a blue moon in these dungeons sometimes. Other people in the party were similarly surprised at it. There's an Earth Elemental in the fight, so I'm expecting just not to have threat here because that deals a lot of threat, and that's totally fine. He's there to be a second tank and just suck up some hits. It's totally okay. Can be a little annoying if I need to do like specific positioning or stuff, but in most fights it's totally fine to have an Earth Elemental. Why is that less annoying to me than hunter pets using Growl? That's usually not too much of a problem either, but it's... I don't know, it's the same thing. I guess just because the Earth Elemental seems so temporary, and... I don't know, a pet does a large amount of a hunter's damage. If they die, then, you know, damage output is reduced quite a bit. The hunter has to spend some time casting Revive Pets. Things I've learned. If a hunter pet... I'm talking about, like, everything except what's going on in this dungeon. These dudes silence. It's annoying. That's about all there is to say. Oh, they do that too. Okay, so they freeze me. Shaman's ready with the dispels. That's nice. Anyway, yes, so if a hunter has auto growl turned on their pet, like if they're just out in the world doing solo things, wanting their pet to taunt for them, when you come into a dungeon, it turns itself off, or at least looks like it does. When the hunter, and therefore the pet, level up, which happens a lot since we have Winds of Wisdom right now, plus 100% experience. Like, every dungeon, you'll almost definitely see somebody level up. When that level up happens, the temporary disabling of Growl stops applying and the pet starts growling again. When I see this happen, I generally don't have great results from, like, telling the hunter what's going on. It's a little complicated to explain, and, you know, communication in random groups just is... I don't know, has a kind of poor success rate at actually going anywhere good. Silence is just much friendlier most of the time here. I'm not paying attention to this Chaotic Rift. Hopefully someone else is. I should be attacking the Chaotic Rift. Yeah, that's why my health is low, because the Rift is there doing chaotic things. Okay, somebody got it. It wasn't me. Oops. Anyway, yeah, so when pet levels up, Growl turns itself back on. So usually I'll just let the pet growl, take the damage, die from it. Chaos Rifts need to die first. Yes, they sure do. And then when the hunter revives their pet, it turns itself back off. So that's what I've learned about working around that bug. Like, the hunters who know what's going on will either already have it off when the dungeon starts, or turn it off as soon as they see the pet growl once. The hunters don't know what's going on, you know. Maybe I could get a rare case where, like, I explain to them what's happening and they actually are receptive to that, but more often than not, they just don't want to hear anything about that, is what I found. Now, see, this shaman was real nice about explaining this chaotic rift thing. Like, I'm, I guess, learning that right now, or relearning it. So I'm targeting the chaotic rift first. Where's all my mana? That's gone. There's a thing or two that... Yeah, okay, that's right. So when fighting these, they suck your mana away. When you kill them, this tranquility sounding effect brings it back. Okay. What does a protection paladin use mana for? Actually, I think none of my attacks do. That would only be if I wanted to cast Flash of Light on myself, which I basically never want to do. Unless I'm out of combat, the healer's far away, and I need to, like, heal off a grievous wound off myself or something. That's the situation where I would cast Flash of Light. And Light of the Protector is on cooldown. And I have Forbearance, so I can't put up one of my shields or something. Well, no, I wouldn't want to use up that cooldown. Anyway, it's very, very rare that I would want to cast Flash of Light on myself. Reason Chaotic Rifts need to die first is because they, like, do something that damages everybody around. Oh, the other reason during this fight is because Anomalous shields himself and diverts power to the rifts, as it says on screen. So just like the Ankahar Guardian on Elder Nadox and Ankahet, gotta go focus on the things he summons before he'll become vulnerable. Easy quest to forget here. You gotta walk forward slightly and do that. I think that gives everybody in the party credit when I do it, when anybody does it. Oh, here it comes! This is the main reason I'm showing this particular run. Watch this. So, we gotta get off this platform and go to the left here. I'm like, okay, this looks like a safe jump. Let's go here. Whoa! Death below! I, like, just barely got a toe on that ledge. Now watch the other people in the party. 2 people followed behind me and didn't quite make the jump as well. And fell right in the hole. So yeah, I thought there was more platform there under where I was. Like, I almost did the same thing they did. It's great. So anyway, 2 people back at the dungeon entrance. Gotta wait for them. Balanced Druid wants to move on, but no, we need them. Alright, so... technically we could have gone. I still had a healer and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I skipped the run back. They're back with us. Oh man, that was so good. What's funny is I almost did the same... I actually ran this dungeon today on a different character. Almost managed to do the same thing again. I looked at the spot and thought, okay, that's where I jumped down, that wasn't safe. I'll go one more notch to the right. And then I jumped there, and it was also pretty dangerous. Nobody quite managed to follow me down into the pit. Well, I didn't fall into the pits, but, you know. Didn't quite do the same thing, but it was close to happening again. It's like surprisingly far to the right that you have to jump to be safe there. So either look before you leap or, you know where you're leaping. Checking reputation, okay. Tabard stuff, don't worry about it. These things are super weird. Their health bar goes down to 0, then they have to play this like long wilting animation before they actually decide to die. Shouldn't I be in combat with one of these crystalline protectors already? I guess that's the first one we fight. You gotta fight 5 of these things for a quest, and there's like just 5 of them along the path if you take the most efficient route. I feel like We're only going to get 4 now. Am I going to go out of my way for the 5th or something? I don't know. That Tranquility spell there on the Crystalline Tender is like the ability that I see interrupted the most. Like, even people who don't interrupt other stuff will be sure to interrupt that Tranquility. It's just like super obvious. Everybody interrupts that one. Never once seen it complete all the way. That one got like almost halfway done. That was unusually long. I think I was the one who interrupted it. Arcane Splinter, yeah, you need 5 of those. There's an Earth Elemental here. I wonder why. We didn't just fight a boss. Huh. Okay. Shaman just decided to summon an Earth Elemental. That's fine. You can do that. I'm surprised I'm not getting noticeably slowed from these crystalline flayers, because that seems to be their main feature. They attack me and snare me, and then I can't run as fast. Maybe they're doing it just at the times I happen to be holding still. Like, I see something on me that's probably a snare. From a tank perspective, those are fairly ignorable because they don't present an actual threat, and, you know, it's a little annoying to keep threat on them, so, you know, I'll hit them with a Judgment or an Avenger's Shield or something, if I feel like it. If I see a yellow bar and a Crystalline Flayer, it's no problem. Damage dealers can take care of it on their own just fine. Not absolutely everything needs to have threat on the Protector at all times. Never liked the word tank. I think he should be called Protector or something. It's more syllables, sure, but I don't know. Tank just doesn't sound like what it is used for in this game. Hand of Freedom, okay, yeah, so I did get the thing on me, and I didn't want to have it. Why am I staying all the way back here? It's perfectly safe up there. Guess I wasn't sure about that at the time. Oh man, stuns. Protector gets to deal with a lot of those, and they can be surprisingly deadly because they disable parrying and blocking and dodging. For some tank types, that's a lot of your defenses. Had a particularly miserable Hellfire Ramparts recently, where I was just stunned all the time and dying a lot because of it, and this is on my Brewmaster. And I'm like, oh man. Is Brewmaster just not viable in this level bracket? Then I ran like several other dungeons with him and it was super fine. It was some combination of dungeon mechanics and the particular healer I had who maybe was having problems and maybe wanted to blame it all on me. Anyway. Brewmaster's fine, dungeon's probably okay, just, you know, particular set of circumstances sometimes is not so friendly. I had a Restoration Druid healer there who, you know, has the throughput that they have. Brewmaster takes the damage that they take. I added some extra enchantments to my gear after that, and maybe that helped too. It's always hard to tell what's going wrong when something's going wrong. You just know, well, I'm dead now. Something led to that happening. Many things led to that happening. If you want to play the blame game and try to find something to pin it on, I guess you can. I don't really like to do that, though. I was ready with that Light of the Protector for that tiny little bit of fall damage I was going to take there. I guess I expected it to be more. That's not a big fall. It is enough to take fall damage, but not much. It looks like there's another way to go here. This is always the route that I've taken through here, but like, what are those other side paths? Do they go somewhere? Guess maybe if you wanted to traverse this in the other direction... Yeah, so everybody turns left at the start of this dungeon. I guess maybe you could turn right and come here first, and like go around the circle in the other way. I've never tried that. Huh. I feel like it would route worse, especially because with Ormarok the Tree Shaper's chamber, like, dropping you right back down onto that path. You know. Sometimes I see people try to skip these two Dragonkin on the way to Karastraza here. I don't like to because they often tend to get involved later at an inopportune time. So I think it's better to just kill them right in this spot. They wander back and forth, yes. Sometimes their patrol routes can take them far away, and, you know, they're not convenient to get here. But their patrol routes will take them back eventually, and often they'll just glom onto you at a bad time when you're in the middle of fighting a dragon here. 3 frozen orbs here. Asymmetry. Why are there not 4? There should be 4. Telestra's containment sphere. Oh, Telestra. Wait. Grand Magus Telestra is the one who has Karastraza imprisoned here? Karastraza's her friend, by the way. She's mind-controlled by Malagos or something. If you do the quests out in Caldara, Borean Tundra, outside here, you're working with her for a while. But then that storyline leads on to this dungeon where we're fighting her now. It's kind of sad. Right, yeah, main mechanic here, if you hold still, you get this stacking damage over time effect, and all you have to do to break it is move or jump. She'll occasionally say, stay, enjoy your final moments, and make it impossible for you to move. That's amped up a lot on heroic. I think the prison lasts longer, so you're gonna take a bunch of damage from that. I don't like to move much, I just twitch around slightly or jump or something. There's an earth elemental taking threat off me, so that's nice. Yeah, on normal, not a big deal, but like if I held still this entire battle, I'd probably have some more health problems. So you know, just fidget a little bit and you'll be fine. I did get down into the red, but that was fine. And there we go, that's the Nexus. Pretty clean run, except for that one funny jump. That was so good. Oh man.
Good day to you.
And upgrades, check it out. Isn't that nice?
Hello.
For holy specialization, yeah, so like, if I wanted to gear up for something that I wasn't running with this character, I get choices when quest rewards gear appropriate for whatever. Anyway, cool. That is the Nexus. See you next time.